Good morning, Minnetonka, class of 2024. My name is Jeff Erickson, the principal of Minnetonka High School. And it is great to see you. Although we're in a virtual environment, we still want to make this morning happen and just let you know how excited we are to welcome you to this amazing high school. We have two core values as a school, and you could ask any student who's in this building what they are, and they guide our work. One is to do the right thing, and the second is to represent us well. It takes us 90 pages in a book to explain that, but that's how we operate every day. We are a school built on relationships. In a few moments, you're going to have a chance to see teachers, counselors, some amazing members of the class of 2020, and some up-and-coming stars in the class of 2021 and our leaderships in the first mate. So you're going to see all these students that are here, and the reason that we're part of this program, the reason that they're here today is they're committed to this school. And they recognize you as a class of 2024 will carry that legacy of excellence and relationships forward. My job as principal is pretty simple, is to make sure that you have an amazing experience. So when you walk across the stage and I shake your hand in 2024, is that you can look back and say you challenged yourself, you found your passion, you had some amazing friends during that time. You may have had some ups and downs and struggles, but you learned from that and you were resilient. So I look forward to that moment. But today, we're going to show you a little bit of the high school. We're going to talk a little bit about what's going on. And so by the time you finish, you will know some key facts about the high school. You also will find out in the days ahead who your first mates are, and they really are your mentor. These are students who went through a rigorous application process. They really understand the role of a first mate is to connect with you. Part of the reason why we did this day, and we do this day every year with 8th graders in May, is the fact that you might wake up in mid-July and wonder, how much passing time do I have? Is the banana bread as good as I hear it is in the Cove? What about this class? Can I get to the cafeteria? Or how does homecoming work? Or do I need a date for the dance? Or any number of those questions. And we found that a lot of 8th graders over that summer connect with their first mate. They send them a text, they have a call, they check in to see how things are going. So this building is a pretty amazing place. There's a program we have called Vantage, and they just did a video that if you're wondering what's going on at the high school and want to learn, we use social media quite a bit. I use Instagram to communicate with students as well as Twitter. But the video by the Vantage students talked about the fact that obviously we're empty. Normally right now, this hall behind me, people will be shuffling to lunch and there'd be tons of people. But the building is just a physical spot. But what makes our community amazing, and this video does a better job than I'm doing right now, but talks about the fact it's the people in it and it's our community. I've seen over the past 7 weeks as we move to an e-learning model, new levels of leadership among all our students. New levels of care for each student. So this is a community truly built on relationships, truly built in making sure each student finds success, finds a connection, and finds their passion. So my floor director right here is going to show a few quick snapshots of the high school. Just going to highlight a few spots. This is if you're walking in the main entrance, Minnetonka High School. This is where our intro for Beyond 140. If you don't know what Beyond 140 is, take a look at YouTube. Normally I'd be standing in that spot saying, I've got it. So you can take a look at, this is the main office where all of the principals work. We have 3 assistant principals. One of my assistant principals is moving to West as the principal next year, Ms. Schermacher. That's my headquarters. All the senior showcases, we do a lot of work to acknowledge students within the building. This is, of course, Dwight from the favorite TV show Office as a moment of inspiration for me in my office. This is the loft, and this is a new space. This actually used to be locker rooms. And 2 years ago, we converted them into classrooms, amazing spots, comfortable furniture. We put a lot of space in the building for you to collaborate and work with each other. This is just one of those locations of the building. It was a new project. This is in the West Gym, where we'll have class meetings, games, all kinds of things happening in this spot where our community comes together. Great championships. If you ask seniors, one piece of advice is to get involved. Normally you see me there. We look here, the Cove. This is a pretty famous spot in the building. This is where they, as you'll hear many times, where they serve snacks, banana bread, other things. It's a pretty central location. Right across the hall is the counseling office. And that's where you'll be going to the counseling office. You've already met your counselors through the registration process, but they're available to connect with you in June and throughout the summer to make sure if you need something, they can support you. Their job is to support the whole student. They're an amazing resource, and you'll continue to get to know your counselors, especially when we obviously are back in the fall. This spot right there is what's called the South Commons. we have a lot of collaborative spots in the building where students come together. So there are all kinds of things that you can see that are happening at the high school. We have a lot of great spaces. But again, what makes us special, and I'm going to turn over to our first speaker today, Ms. Exenberger, what makes us special are the students and the staff we have. So I couldn't be prouder of our staff and our students, and I'm happy to have so many students with us today. So I'm going to turn it over to Teresa Exenberger, one of our counselors, and we'll walk through what her role is and a little bit more about today. So I'll show up at the very end to give you a final message. But more than anything today, I want you to know we're excited to get to know you. I am thrilled that you're coming to Minnetonka High School. This is a great place. Teresa.
Hi, everybody. As Mr. Erickson just said, I'm Teresa Exenberger, and one of the counselors here at the high school. And our counseling department is super excited to have you all come to the high school, not only to help you get transitioned up with us, but also to truly get to know you over the next 4 years and to help you to create your journey as you're with us over those years at the high school. And so we're really looking forward to having the opportunity to see you in person and to be able to do that as we get together in fall. So a couple things that you should know about as we are putting things together. The counselors are working on creating your schedules, which you'll be able to view in August. And as the building opens, you'll be able to come into the building and to walk through and be able to find your classes. I know lots of you worry about being able to find your class on the first day, or if you're going to get lost on that first day. So we will allow you the chance to be able to come in and find your classrooms and feel like you have a good sense of that. But even if you're not able to do that, to be honest, we have wonderful people in the hallway. You're going to hear about our first mates in our program and what a wonderful support they are to you as you move forward. And they will be in the hallways. Your teachers will be in the hallways. We have hall pairs in the hallways to help you on that first day, to make sure that you know where you're going and you feel confident as you come into us on that first day of school. So we don't want you to worry. We're here to support you and to help you and to make sure that you have a really great start to your school year. Some other things to know about is that the counselors will also be meeting with you within the first 2 weeks of school, just like we did when we came to the middle school. We're going to come and into your classrooms and meet with you in small groups just to find out how things are going within your first 2 weeks and to help you feel like you're getting connected. Maybe it's an activity that you're looking to do. Maybe you want to know more about some of the really awesome events that we have that happen in the fall at the high school, and how do you get involved in that. So our opportunity is to be able to really work with you and to put that together. So we will do that within the first 2 weeks of school. You'll get to see us again in that small group setting. As always, before we get to the start of the school year, if you have questions or concerns, whether it's about your schedule, whether you made the right choices, or just about the high school in general, and our first mates are wonderful people to ask about the student perspective, but maybe you have more of an academic piece that you want to know about, or anything else that you feel like you would like to know, you're welcome to reach out to the counselors either through Schoology or through email over the summer. We'll be happy to answer any questions that you have. We're happy to help. Please don't hesitate to reach out to us and ask us anything that you have. We'll be more than happy to do that. We look forward to seeing you in the fall in our office, where we just saw the video of that and walk through, and you can see where you can come find us. But we're really excited to see you and to work with you again as we get to the fall. So I'm going to hand it off to one of our wonderful seniors.
Hello, everyone. My name is Lara Rahman, and I'm exiting first mate and graduating senior from Minnetonka. I'm so excited to welcome you to the Minnetonka High School family. While these circumstances are not ideal, you have a lot to look forward to in the fall and in the next 4 years. Homecoming weekend, coffee house, and Heart Week are only just a few, but most importantly, you will create a family. I entered Minnetonka High School as a new student in my junior year. I had just moved from a small school in Colorado and feared the unknown. Would anyone talk to me? Would I find someone to sit with at lunch? Would I fit in? Looking back at my 2 years at Minnetonka, I realized I found a new home and gained a new family. I've had so many amazing opportunities, teachers who have pushed me to be my best, and gained friendships that'll last beyond my high school years. My biggest piece of advice to you is to take advantage of every opportunity Minnetonka has to offer and never take it for granted. We did not know our last day in the high school would be March 13th, 2020. There are so many things to look forward to in your high school career, starting with meeting your first mate. These first mates are so excited to meet you and are here to answer any questions you may have. Don't be afraid to reach out. Have fun Enjoy these next few years knowing you have support everywhere in the building. Make the most of it. And in the wise words of Mr. Erickson, keep it real, Tonka. Welcome to the family.
Hello, everyone. My name is Eli Crist, and I'm a graduating senior and was also involved in the First Mates program. In my opinion, the best part about the high school is how it's a place where you'll feel safe and comfortable exploring anything that interests you or that you're passionate about. The high school is a place where you can demonstrate your appreciation for any or all of the 3 A's, that's arts, athletics, and activities, in whatever way interests you. Personally, I never felt any barriers to becoming involved in everything from alpine ski racing to coffee house, orchestra to science research, or even hacky sack club. Furthermore, your administration, teachers, and peers will be with you every step of the way, creating an environment that harbors a diversity of passions and interests. Being able to be involved in a community that promotes a diverse culture of your passions is a truly special experience. And I cannot wait for you all to get started.
Hello and welcome to this virtual visit. My name is Mrs. Ort and I am one of the First Mate advisors, and I'm also a math teacher and the 9th grade girls soccer coach. I am super excited to have you here today, as I was new to MHS just last year. Before that, I spent 12 years teaching 8th grade math at MME, and East and West students probably recognize me because I was an instructional coach. So I've been in the middle school for a long time. Each year, I remember the conversations that would take place in my classroom, especially in the spring with 8th graders. Like, where will I eat at the high school? Is the school really that big? What if I don't have any friends or don't know anyone in my classes? How long do I get for passing time? Do I get a lot more homework? I must admit, even as a teacher, I found myself asking some of these very same questions just last fall as I was new to the building. After 1 year in the building, I can promise 3 things. 1, every single person that passes through the hallways at MHS has been new at one point, either as a student or as a staff. Before you know it, you'll be able to find your way around, find your friends during passing time, and know just the right time to get that delicious banana bread. 2, your first mate is a breadth of knowledge. They are chosen because they got involved in many different activities that help them find their passions and help them make this big school feel like a much smaller place. I encourage you to reach out to them at any time, as they are eager and always want to answer your questions. No question you have is too big or too small. Ask and they will gladly answer at any time. And last, get excited. We as teachers can't wait to have you walk through the doors next year and give you big smiles and high fives and have you have fun starting your new adventure. The opportunities at MHS are endless and the resources are endless. Make the most of it, and we can't wait to have you.
Hey everybody, my name is Sean Kern and I am an English teacher at the high school, and I also am the head coach of the Nordic ski team and an advisor to the First Mates program. So you're going to be seeing a lot of me over the course of the next year. On behalf of myself, the First Mates, and all of the teachers and staff members at MHS, we're incredibly excited to meet you and welcome you to the high school. These next 4 years are going to be what you make of them, and one of the best ways to make sure that you get the most of your time in high school is to connect with others. This is one of the main purposes of the First Mates program. At MHS, there are so many students that represent such a wide variety of interests, activities, and hobbies. If you enjoy doing something, odds are someone else in the building enjoys doing that as well. As a part of First Mates, you'll be paired up with 2 senior leaders who have a variety of interests. They are also great resources who can connect you to others to help you become a part of the school community. The number one goal is to help you feel comfortable at MHS and to build your network of people so that you can make the most of your high school experience. In the fall, the orientation day will include a variety of activities to help you connect with others, learn about the school, and help you to feel prepared to start your high school career. Throughout the process, your First Mates are a great point of contact if you have any questions or concerns. They know what it's like to be in your shoes, so feel free to reach out to them with any questions. To help you get connected with those First Mates, you'll be receiving an email before this evening, most likely this afternoon. That email will come with a lot of information, including which First Mates group you're included in, the names of your First Mate leaders, and also a video introducing those First Mate leaders to you. So this is a great way for you to get in touch with them and to start building that relationship so that you can feel really comfortable coming back to the high school in the fall.
Hey everyone, my name is Amelia Den and I'm an incoming First Mate. I'm a soccer player and Nordic skier at the high school. As well, I am an editor for the Breeze's newspaper, member of the Hope House Club and the National Honor Society. A little bit about my experience coming into Minnetonka High School. I came from a very small private school. I went from a graduating class of 18 to a class of 800. I knew close to no one, and that was a very scary feeling for me. So for all of you coming from out of district, and especially a small school, I know exactly what you're feeling. But one of the ways that I was able to shake off my fears was by joining a fall sport. The soccer season starts in August, and many of the people that I met during those first soccer practices have become some of my best friends today. So my advice to you all coming into the high school would be to not be afraid to join a new club or sport. Meeting and interacting with new people is scary, but a simple hello can go a long way. The people you'll meet in high school will become some of your best friends for life. So when you walk through the doors of Minnetonka High School, one of the hardest things to say will be the first hello. But when you leave in 2024, one of the hardest things to say will be that last goodbye to all the friends that you made and all the teachers that you had. So cherish your time at MHS. As well, I would encourage you all to reach out to your First Mates. We're here to help you and support you in your transition to the high school. So thank you, and I'll hand it over to Grace.
Thank you, Emil. Hi, everyone. My name is Grace Lank, and I'm very excited to be a part of the First Mates team this year. At the high school, I'm very involved in swimming, and I actually am going to be one of the captains for the girls swim and dive team this upcoming fall, so that's going to be super fun. I love to volunteer and help out with Minnetonka Aquatics. I like to time at meets, and I actually was a manager for the boys swim and dive team this past winter. So that was really, really fun. But I also have been a part of backpack tutoring and Haiti outreach club at the high school. I'm so excited to be a part of First Mates because I remember when I was a freshman, I had a really, really great experience with my First Mates. I remember being so nervous going into the high school, and I had no idea what it would be like, and I was just super worried about that. One of my main worries was I was scared about getting lost and not being able to find any of my classes. But my First Mates did an amazing job at helping to show me around the school and show us all of, like, the main parts of the school so then we wouldn't get lost. We were also able to walk our classes, which really helped me become confident in knowing where to go on the first day of school. Plus, on the first day of school, there were a lot of First Mates all over just in case you got lost or needed help. And I actually did have to utilize that because I did get a little lost. But the First Mate I talked to directed me in the right spot, and I got to my class on time and everything was good. First Mates does an amazing job at helping everyone get comfortable with the high school, and I'm so excited to be a part of that this year.
Hello guys, my name is Derrick Kizer. At school, I am involved in the band program. I've done marching band for the past 2 years, and I do coffee house as well. For if you don't know what that is, that's a musical performance opportunity. It's for solo groups and or solo artists and groups. So you can do it no matter what kind of group size you're in. It's really fun. I would suggest you do that as well. And I decided to become a First Mate because my First Mates were really helpful. When I was a freshman, I was really confused and lost. And I didn't really know what to make of this high school. And they showed me around, and they taught me a lot about the culture, things like Heart Week and Homecoming Week and all those exciting things you're going to get to experience really soon. And so I wanted to pass that down to the new blood that's going to be coming in. There were two things that I remember being pretty nervous about when I was a freshman. The first thing was not being with any of the friends that I had developed through my years at Minnetonka Middle School East. I'm sure some of you have crunched the numbers and you figured out that the chances of you being with only your friends throughout all of high school is pretty low. So you got to remember that there's upperclassmen, there's kids coming from outside of the school district, there's kids from the other middle school, and then there's kids you probably haven't even met from the middle school you came from. That's all really exciting because that means you're going to have a bunch of opportunities to meet really exciting and really fun new people. A lot of the friends that I have now are people that I just met in my freshman year, and I didn't know them before at all. And When I walked into my first class, it was a language arts class, I remember distinctly, and there was no one I recognized. And by the end of that semester, I can name every person in there. And I think if I can do it, you guys can definitely do it. And then the second thing I think a lot of people are really concerned about is homework load and workload. This is a really difficult question to answer at times because every class is pretty different in the way that they approach homework. So one thing I would suggest is definitely don't take classes just because your friends are doing it. That's a good way to put yourself in a bad position. So just think about that, ask around and figure out what kind of classes are good for you. The homework has never been too bad for me, so I think you guys can handle it as well. All right, off to Jeff now.
All right, well, thank you. I often believe that I should just drop the mic right now and just leave it with our students. And I'm just really, honestly, incredibly proud of all the students that spoke and to talk about our school. The piece that I miss the most right now is obviously not seeing the students every day. What makes this school great, what makes this school better every year, are the students and the ideas they bring forward. We want your ideas. We look forward to you being part of the culture. No matter what school you're coming from, because we have students from all different schools. When you come to Minnetonka High School, when you enroll and you're a ninth grader, you're all part of one community, all with different perspective, different ideas, but what holds us together is our respect for each other, our care for each other. And I've seen when things are great, people come together. When things are challenging, people come together. So this is an amazing place. What makes it amazing, the students that are here, and the fact that every single adult in this building is committed to your success. And we'll do whatever we can to make that happen. There are so many opportunities. We often say this is a school of opportunities, and there are so many different ways to find your passion. It could be a club, it could be a class. So I hope, as I said, what will 2024 bring when you look back? I hope you'll have some amazing friends. I'm confident you will. You'll have found your passion. You'll find out what you love to do in and out of the classroom, and you'll look back and say it was amazing 4 years. I want to thank our outgoing students. Laura and Eli, I think, are two great representatives of the class of 2020. People who have an idea and make it happen or are committed to the school. So thank you. And to the three 2021 students, I just want to thank you for all just amazing messages. And we're all committed to your success. So this is our first virtual day. I wish I could be having some snacks and banana bread so you could taste it firsthand, but soon enough you'll be able to. More than anything, we are excited to have you part of our school. This is a great place. You will bring great value to our school and great ideas and help our community be even stronger in the years ahead. So welcome to Minnetonka High School. It's my honor to be your principal, and have a great day.